Just a friendly reminder, you don't miss him. You're just broke. If you were a millionaire, you would just book a trip and find you a new man. You're just stressed about money. You don't miss him, I promise you. You're just stressed about paying that rent. You don't miss him. It's just your period. There was nothing good about him. You just don't have enough money. So solution, make more money. Then the thought of him will disappear.
I wanted to talk to you about your decision to remain single since your 40s. Have you ever regretted that?
Never for a moment. Never for a moment. It's not like it was a conscious decision that on February the 12th, at 8 p.m. I sat down and I wrote down, I will never get involved with a man. No, it wasn't that way. It's just, in the course of my life, that was not an issue. It was simply ceased to be an issue.
Yeah. But the celibate part, was that a bitch?
No. Because, it's a law of physics that an object in motion tends to stay in motion and an object at rest tends to stay at rest. So when you're sexually involved, you want more and you want more, and then when you're not having it, somehow it just fades onto the back burner. It's not uppermost in your life. And also as you get older, I know there are some people who still feel very, very sexy. I remember having been friends for a while with Erica Jung, and Erica used to always interview me, ask me questions about my sex life, and I couldn't think of anything in which I was less interested.
Girl, I need to tell you something. How that man is acting toward you ain't got nothing to do with you. It is not a reflection of you, of your worth. It is instead a reflection of how that man feels about himself. If you are over here in your single era and you are ghosting people left and right, leading people on, got 100 people in your phone that you have no interest in, are you treating them that way because of how they're treating you when they're interested in you? Or are you treating them that way because of how you feel about yourself? Because you're lonely, because you're hurt, because you've been hurt by your ex in the past, because you're bored, because you're frustrated with your situation. It ain't no different. It ain't no different. That man is treating you poorly because he treats himself poorly, because he thinks of himself poorly. How he's treating you has nothing to do with you and everything to do with him. Stop getting upset about it. Stop letting that ruin your day. Focus on loving yourself, treating yourself with kindness, so that when the correct man rolls around, you can correctly love him and treat him with the kindness that he deserves as well.
Signs of a weak man. He gets easily influenced by others. He's addicted to corn. He prioritizes pleasure over everything else. He doesn't take responsibility for his actions. He's afraid to say no. He has a victim mentality. He's not able to handle criticism. He's always blaming others for the outcome. Sloppy handshake. Weak eye contact. Weak body posture. Always dependent on others. Always chasing women. He has low self-esteem and low confidence. He's a slave to comfort.
Listen, my friend, I understand your frustration, and accountability sounds like an attack when you're not ready to change. But most importantly, I want you to know I will not be held hostage to the reality of men who probably don't even have their own principles. And most importantly, it's very hard to read the label when you're locked in the box.
So all these conversations about males cheating just makes me think and realize that monogamy was never meant for men. It was always meant to control women and to own women. When men came up with monogamy, they never intended to follow it themselves. Way back in ancient times, it was their right to be with other women, to marry multiple women. As time went on, they decided collectively, okay, we just need to lie and act like we're part of this program, but they know damn well they're not. So any man who promises you monogamy best believe in the back of his head, he knows he's not gonna follow that. He knows it's just for you to stay under his ownership because of his fragile ego. But he's not gonna be monogamous with you.
I was very concerned that the women seemed so desperate for men. I don't have that experience. But I have talked to many
You don't
women.
know that experience, or you don't have it?
I don't have it. I mean,
You're not desperate for men?
No. I mean, I'm hardly desperate for anything, really. I feel, that whatever is mine is looking for me.
Listen, if you're not over something embarrassing that you did, I want you to know that whatever it is, I've done it 10 times worse, especially if it's about like an ex or something. Whatever you have done, I have done 10 times worse. I can't believe I'm able to sleep at night thinking about the things that I've said and done after a breakup. You don't understand. Like this one person that I was dating for like 3 Saturdays was like, "Are you in love with me?" And I was like, if this was ending and I was in love with you, you would hear a knock at your door right now. I do not let up, okay? I'm a Cancer Venus. Listen, if you think you've done something embarrassing, I promise you I can top you. Wait, not like, I promise you I can top it. Wait. There are times when I talk to my friends on the phone who don't live here and I have like my weekly recap. I'll finish and I need you to promise me that you'll never tell that story to anyone else. I'm like, it's that bad. It's that bad. But all that to say, recently I was talking to somebody and they were like, "I'm so embarrassed." I'm like, "What did you do? Please try it." And they said, I drunk texted my ex. I was like, that is nothing. And also there's no winning in a breakup. The only way you win in a breakup is I don't know, you marry Dua Lipa. Fine, you won. Here you go. Here's your medal. You won. Whatever. I would be devastated if my ex is married to Dua Lipa. I would be devastated. But I was like, drunk text is nothing. Are you kidding? Lisa Left Eye Lopez set a house on fire. That was a level crash out. May she rest in peace and power, please. And serenity and whatever. And Google any old Hollywood starlet from the 50s and 60s and look at what they did. Please. What about Lindsay Lohan with the teddy bear walking through Samantha Bronson's gate when she found out she was dating somebody else and she wanted the paparazzi to think that Samantha got her this teddy bear. I would tell some of my own stories, but I can already barely sleep, so I'm not going to do that. There have been women that crash out at such a level that they fuck their ex's best friend on the day of their supposed to be wedding. Google Julia Roberts and Kiefer Sutherland. That's a doozy of a time. She found out that he was sleeping with a stripper, so she took his best friend, who was going to be his best man, on a PJ, and they went on to what was supposed to be their honeymoon. That, you know what? Let me write that down. Should that be a goal? Whatever. A drunk text is not losing. A drunk text is not embarrassing. A drunk text is a favor, is a kindness in comparison of the crash out that you and I are capable of. Honey, baby, sweetie bee. Cupcake. Please. So if you're going through something where just I gave him all the power, I gave them all the power, whatever it is, I drunk texted, they didn't answer me, they won't call me back, whatever, do me a favor. Read Blythe Baird's Theories of the Universe. Blythe Baird's Theories of the Universe. And then put on Under the Tuscan Sun, okay? And then scream into your pillow, "I fucking hate you" 6 times. Resolved. Promise. Embarrassment is a choice. Thank you.
Girl, you are not here to beg for love. You are love. You are not here to prove your worth. You are already worthy. You are not here to chase a single thing because it's already within you. Stop seeking validation from the world and start validating yourself. You are the prize, and everyone and everything wants you and to experience you, not the other way around.
Don't nobody want that man as bad as you. And I'm going to tell you that because I don't want no back talk right now. Just listen. Nobody's going to tell you that because they're going to say it behind your back. Your friend's not going to do that because they want to see you happy. They're happy that you're happy, so they're not going to tell you that. But I'm going to tell you, don't nobody see that man the way you see that man. You have different eyes for that nigga. Case in point. I was talking to my cousin about one of my exes, and I was just like, girl, I just don't know. I just don't know why I thought he was so smart. I don't know why I thought that. Why did we think he was so smart? She was like, oh, but we knew he was stupid. No, we knew that. We knew that. You thought he was very smart. I could not for the life of me understand why you thought that. Of course, she's not going to tell me that because I was ditzy about it. I was so happy to be happy. Your friends aren't going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you, nobody sees that man the way you see that man. And that idea alone has humbled me in so many ways. Let that settle your spirit. Stop checking that man likes. I'm dead ass. Get out of that man following. Don't nobody want that man the way you want him. Trust me. Trust me. You don't start acting like the first girl for a come.
I think a lot of women are so far ahead in terms of just life, whether it's like running businesses, jobs, security, like all the things that we're told we're supposed to have as adults. So I actually feel sorry for those women because the dating pool is that small. Guys might be intimidated by a woman that's so well put together, and the women are having to choose from men who, quote unquote, I wouldn't say are beneath them, but aren't at the level that they're operating at. So it's rigged, as you said, in favor of the guys because they've got a whole bunch of women to pick from, those who have their stuff together, those that don't, those who are building.
Yeah.
Whereas as a woman who knows what she wants, even if the guy is attractive and ticks all the boxes, she might still have that little slight thing in the back of her mind where she's like, do I really want to build this man? Am I going to be the person to build him? And is he going to stay once I've built him?
A man ghosting you is for your own benefit. Rejection for redirection. Yeah. So don't even bother asking why he ghosted you or look for that closure from him. Because God heard the conversations that man was having when you weren't in the room, and he saw the things that man was doing behind your back. Yeah. Be thankful he ghosted you so now you can redirect your mind and energy to becoming a better woman with the baddie blueprints.